In this video, I'm going to show you how to place the coolant expansion tank on this Ford E-350 van located under the hood on the driver's side. We will have to drain the cooling system for this and then, of course, fill it back up, so make sure you have plenty of coolant on hand. Let's get started. Underneath the front of the van, you'll see the radiator drain plug right here. What you want to do is turn this counterclockwise. Of course, have a drain pan underneath ready to catch the coolant that's going to drain out. Don't take this out all the way because what's going to happen is coolant will start shooting straight back, but unthread it enough, there we go, to where it's going to start draining. To release any vacuum that's being created as the coolant is draining, remove the overflow tank cap. And there we go. With the coolant system drained, close up the petcock so that no more coolant drips out. You can remove your drain pan after you're done. Snug it up. Don't over tighten it. It is just plastic and you don't want it to break. Now that everything has completely drained, let's undo this hose at the top. There's a clamp that you can pinch with some pliers. Sometimes these break. Move it aside. Twist the hose to break it free. A lot of times these get stuck. And just pull the hose off. At the bottom of the reservoir, there's another hose. This is the main one that feeds the cooling system. The upper one was just a return. I'm going to use some hose clamp pliers to get to it. If you want to wait until the tank is out, you can, and you can reach it a whole lot better. The only downside to that is the tank will now be moving around as opposed to it being bolted on and secure now, so we can remove the hose easier off of its fitting. So whatever works for you, it doesn't really matter when you take this off, as long as, well, you take it off. Squeeze the clamp. Pull it off. I'm just going to use a pry bar and pry the hose off. Be very gentle when you do this. You don't want to tear it. Set it aside. There are 3 8mm bolts holding the tank onto the body of the vehicle, 2 on the firewall, 1 on the fender. Remove them all. This one's going to be longer. The other 2 are going to be a little bit shorter. There it is. Take the new reservoir, put it down in position. This one comes with a new hose on this end, so we'll have to swap that out. Reattach it with the 2 mounting bolts on the firewall. Once again, these are the shorter ones. And 1 on the fender, the longer one. Snug all these up. Don't over tighten them. You don't want to break the plastic tabs that these hold on to. Get your hand all the way back down on the tank, and if you haven't already put the hose back, which you could have done before completely securing this tank onto the van, slide the hose on. Make sure it's fully bottomed out, just like that. Let's get our clamp reinstalled. Try to line it up with where it was before. It's going to allow it to seal up the best. Let go. Perfect. It's nice and tight on there. Everything's seated. The other end of that hose at the top goes to the top of the radiator. Let's replace it since we have a new one. Same type of clamp. Pinch it. Pull it away. Break that hose free. Pull this away. Take the new hose, slide it over. Make sure that's fully seated and put the clamp back on. All right, remove the cap off the new tank so we can fill it up with coolant. It's time to fill the cooling system. I recommend using some type of funnel, whether it's a regular funnel or one of these spill-free funnels that threads onto the top of the reservoir. Add the appropriate type of coolant until the level's full up to the max line. You can see that right here. I'm very close, so I'm going to keep adding a little bit. Right there is perfect. At this point, I'm going to turn the engine on, let it warm up, let the water pump the coolant through the system, get all of the air out, make sure it reaches operating temperature. As it does, the fan, even though it's a mechanical fan, should engage through the fan clutch and start spinning faster. You should also feel heat in the front of the van, but if you have rear AC as well, or rear HVAC I should say, you should feel heat on the rear as well. So make sure you have the heat as hot as it'll go on the dial and the blower on low. I don't like to put it on high because that actually helps cool down the engine and we're actually trying to warm it up. With all of that done, double check your level, and mine is all set. So I'm going to remove my funnel, reinstall the coolant overflow tank cap, ratchet it a couple times, that's how it locks in place, and there you have it, job is done.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.